All right, time for some real talk, guys and girls. Everybody that's ever had feelings of depression or having issues where they didn't feel good enough for anything, or they felt somehow lesser, inferior, anything that makes you feel like you're not quite good enough for anybody, listen up. In November 2016, I went to the hospital and was diagnosed with end stage kidney failure. At the time, I had less than 10% of my kidney function left. I was overloaded with toxins, and they told me I was going to have to go on dialysis or I would very well die. In fact, if I hadn't gotten into the car accident that sent me to the hospital and was diagnosed in the first place, I wouldn't be alive now. So, this felt like the lowest part of my life. Things were not going according to plan. I felt completely blindsided by this, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. It was possibly one of the most depressing times of my life. My best friend Neil, who I've talked about quite a bit, would often come up to visit me, and I remember one day getting like the worst diagnoses, and I looked at him and said, "Neil, I'm broken." I felt shattered, useless, less than a person, less than I was at least less than people were willing to give me the credit for or acknowledge me as. Neil looked at me and said, "No, you are not broken, you're damaged." Now I was genuinely confused, and I looked at him and said, "What are you talking about? Damaged and broken? I always thought these were synonymous. What's the difference?" Neil looked at me and said, "Damaged means you're perfectly fine, but you have something that has been broken about you or something flawed, but it can be fixed and you'll be good as new. Broken means that you are in fact shattered and have no more use anymore because there's nothing that can be done." These words did resonate with me, and they helped pull me out of a nosedive of depression and despair in my lowest, darkest times. Now, Neil, very strong guy, very strong-willed, he had suffered from heart complications the last couple of years. The last year of his life, he was quite weak, but still persistent in getting out, having a fun time, having a good life, and always still being there for his friends. In March of 2019, unfortunately, Neil had passed away due to complications from his heart. Now, why do I bring all this up? One, I bring this up to show that no matter how badly you feel like you are, no matter how broken you feel, no matter how broken you think you are, at the very worst, you are not broken. You are damaged. But this means you can be repaired and that you're still as valuable as ever. Neil, although he was weaker and not able to do as many things as he wanted to do in the last year of his life, was damaged, but he was never broken, and neither are you. Love you, brother.